Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for the period of time from May 21st through June 3rd, 2024. This is a reading if you are Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, or have another significant Gemini placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is a 12-house full horoscope spread that I do according to the houses of astrology. This way I can cover more territory, talk about all aspects of your life rather than say just money or just love or different things. Because it is a general reading, I am going to, if a narrative presents itself, I will tell you what it is, but I'm also trying to keep things as broad as possible because I want it to apply to the most people. Not everybody is looking for love. Not everybody's looking for a new job, so I'm trying to read what's here. I'm just literally just reading to you what is here. And you can take what resonates and leave the rest. If you like this video, you can hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment if you choose. And then the links in the description box below are for my website, my social media, and some of the other things that I'm doing. I do work as a spiritual coach and mentor, and I do also, in addition to tarot and oracle, I do astrology, I do human design, Reiki therapy, and I am also learning some other healing techniques and other things. Basically, I have them all as part of my coaching sessions. I use whatever is appropriate for the person in that particular thing. I also do something called the life assessment, which actually looks at all of those things, and it ends up being a large mega reading that, it's 2 or 3 hours of discussion of all of your charts. So check out the links in the description box below if any of that interests you. I also do a morning 30 minutes, 6:30 to 7 in the morning on the transition.life.coaching Instagram feed. I do a live stream every day talking about different aspects of coaching practice, and I also do an additional reading there if you would like to watch it. If you don't get to see it on IG live, it is actually still going to be up on Instagram, and you'll see that I post these every day to YouTube if you are a follower of this channel. So, all that said, okay, let's jump in. Okay, first house Gemini. This is about, this is Aries energy. This is your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how other people see you. Okay, we have Sphinx with the star. So I feel like lately, Gemini, you've been feeling very vulnerable. Maybe you're in the process of healing from something. I mean, star definitely indicates sort of picking yourself up after a crisis or after a storm and trying to look at your possibilities, trying to be hopeful about things. Star definitely is, as we say, we've got the star here. This is Aquarius energy. Definitely is the star of hope. But we also have the Sphinx here. So I feel like maybe recently you have been on a journey of discovery. Maybe you've discovered a lot of things about yourself, uncovered a lot of stuff. This also may indicate that you have been in more of a passive mode. Maybe you've been not asserting your personality as much, perhaps because you are in the process of healing and kind of keeping to yourself a little bit more lately. And so people may be wondering, they may feel you're being secretive, or that you're, or maybe they do feel that you are feeling vulnerable right now and maybe need some space for yourself. Second house, this is Taurus energy. So this has to do with finances, primarily. Okay, we have Isis with Temperance. Now, Isis has strong mother energy, so for some of you, your mother could potentially have a role in finances. I mean, just saying. I mean, I don't know if that has to do with giving or receiving money, but this can also have to do, for example, if you have children, this could be about giving money to the mother of the children if there's a separation or anything like that, or something about a mother-child situation is possible. But if none of that applies to you, I would say that Isis just indicates a situation that needs care and nurturing. We have it with the Temperance card, and Temperance to me is a situation that where something needs to be kept in balance. Okay, if you feel like you're right now, maybe you feel like you're being frugal, or maybe you're trying to balance things. Maybe the new monies that are coming in, you're trying to figure out a way to just keep everything in balance. This doesn't indicate situations. Both of these cards definitely indicate a situation where patience may be required. And they're also, with these cards, I feel like, again, we have this wait and see thing going on here. I feel like there's an idea of an opportunity that may be coming towards you, okay? When Temperance comes up, there's the idea that that's something, that opportunity comes to us. Like, we don't have to go out and look for it. We may get an opportunity do something here. But yeah, there definitely seems to be a situation where careful nurturing and patience may be a thing, and also maybe keeping things in balance. But I do feel like there could be some opportunities coming in for you in terms of finances. Third house, this is Gemini energy, messages, communications. Has to do with if you're in your own business, this would be about self-employment. It can also have to do with brother or sister relationships and travel, but short distance travel, not long trips. Okay, so we have Crook and Flail with death. This could be news. Okay, death has to do with loss, change, and transition. So whether this has to do with a physical death, like if it's a news of I don't know, it could be a news of a relative or something, or connected with a relative, that's possible. Although, again, I'm not predicting it. If that has happened for you recently, then that may be what this is referring to. If it has not, then this is not a prediction of death. Okay, so I just want to be clear about that the cards do not predict death. So this could be, though, but nonetheless, this could indicate something that is coming to an end or something that is changing. Whether this has to do with something in a sibling relationship, whether this has to do with if you're in your own business or some kind of thing you've been doing, whether it be a side hustle or whatever, maybe there's something that's changing, or maybe something that even has to change. Maybe something has to end for something else to start up. Now with Crook and Flail, this could indicate an ending that's connected to legal matters of some kind. So if that resonates, then take that. Otherwise, that may just be very specific. Crook and Flail, though, may also be about a situation where one needs to be more visible, or needs to be more seen, or needs to have a little bit more self-discipline in something with regard to communications, or more confidence. So I don't know. I feel like if you're in your own business, or if you're dealing with something where you are communicating, maybe communicating online or communicating with somebody, this could be a need to be seen more, or this could be about or taking on more authority. Okay, because Crook and Flail does have to do with expertise and having authority, and it can also be about just having the self-confidence and the self-discipline to do something. So I don't know. Now, if some of you are in your own business, maybe it's indicating, okay, maybe things have changed, or maybe something has come to an end, and maybe the new way you have to do things maybe involve putting yourself out there more, or being confident in what your expertise is. Other possibility here is maybe that you are also relying on an expert, or an expert is helping you with something. Okay, so take it as it resonates here, but there definitely seems to be changes, messages about changes, or changes that may be coming in a business or a sibling relationship situation. I don't necessarily see anything particular about travel here, but yeah, this is definitely Mercury energy, and I feel like there may be a need to be recognized, or a need to step into whatever your authority or your power is. There's some kind of a change connected to this. Okay, fourth house, Cancer energy. So Cancer is about your home, your environment, can have to do with your physical home, your sense of being at home. This is also the house of family and ancestral stuff, particularly the mother. And we have Sirius with the Three of Swords. Okay, so I don't know. This is a very strong physical card, so this may have to do with your physical health, and this has to do with separation. So I don't know if somebody here has spent a lot of time at home and kind of isolated from people, maybe due to a physical condition or an illness. Could be you, could be somebody in your family. But there's definitely there has been a sense of isolation or being separated from people, and maybe there's this sense of gaining strength and recovering. So when this comes in, when Sirius comes in, there's definitely this sense of building your strength, having the resources, or being able to reflect on a situation and think about something differently. So I don't know. I feel like there's been a condition, though, but there's healing up here, okay? I'm seeing healing here. So I feel like somebody may be healing and maybe sort of slowly coming out of their shell. Things may be changing. Maybe some of these changes that we're seeing over here, because with death could indicate news of change, maybe feeling like, okay, maybe this is a time when I want to be seen a little bit more. Again, take it as it resonates, but there definitely seems to be this idea of somebody being isolated, perhaps because of a physical condition. But this is something that will Or it could even just be a lot of mental stress too. I mean, that's possible with Sirius as well. But Sirius always indicates not only regaining physical strength, but also having breadth of vision, being able to see things. Maybe that period of isolation, healing from that, and kind of moving forward from it. Okay, 5th house. This is Leo energy, and Leo is about creativity, children, love affairs. Now, again, depending on if you're not looking for love, if you're married or whatever, then that aspect of this house won't apply to you. If you don't have children, or children are not a significant part of your life, that may not apply to you. And so it may be, for some people, it's literally not either one of those things, but it may have to do with creativity, with something they're doing, what they're trying to produce. Or just with, again, there's this idea of recreation, what you're doing, for fun, leisure, being seen. All of that's 5th house stuff. Okay, we have Horus with the 2 of Cups. So if you are looking for love, there definitely seems to be a new relationship in the offing. Maybe you're finally getting out there after maybe being alone for a period of time. And 2 of Cups would definitely be a new love affair for somebody. And we have it with Horus, and this is a Leo card in the Leo house. So this is being seen, being recognized, being beautiful, being charismatic. If this is not about a specific relationship, there's definitely somebody who would want to have a relationship. That's definitely the tone here. And Horus would be, just being seen. This is a card of somebody who's very popular, very charismatic, somebody who is liked and admired by other people. So if you are looking for love, this definitely seems to indicate that you've got prospects, okay? Let's just put it that way. Maybe you have a prospect in mind. And maybe if this is not, this could be you, but this could also be the other person too. This could be somebody who's a creative person, or it could just be somebody who is, again, we have this idea of recognition. Maybe this just is somebody who's very popular or who is known for something. So that could be true for some of you. Or it could be that you're going to be a power couple of some kind, like 2 people working on something creatively together. If this is not a love relationship, although this has a strong love inflection, this could also just be, partnering with a friend or something, or just somebody, or maybe even your own, if you're married, like your own marriage partner even, maybe to do something creative. So that's a possibility here as well. So take it as it resonates, but definitely, if you're looking for love, you're definitely... People are definitely interested in you. There's no question about that. And it seems like there may be somebody in particular who is interested in you. 6th house. This is Virgo energy. So health, healing. If you're working a job, like if you work for somebody and get paid as opposed to you working for yourself and paying yourself, this would be about this would be about that kind of a job. Like it would fall into this house. And also worry and anxiety is an element of this house as well. So, and if you have pets, that may also be an element here as well for this house. Okay, we have air with the Queen of Wands. Again, Queen of Wands, this very visible energy, this energy of being seen. We've got three cards here that kind of denote self-confidence. So there's definitely a sense of you, I don't know. I feel like you are being, okay, the fact that I'm seeing this element for you, Gemini, it seems to indicate to me that you are somebody, this is not somebody else, that this is you being seen for your gifts. And this may be about you being ambitious. This could have to do with work. If you are working, this could have to do with that. Air is about communications. So maybe this is talking about working in communications. Maybe this is a social media thing. The fact that I'm seeing Crook and Flail over here in the communications house, I don't know. Maybe you're going to be on social media, or you're going to start a channel, or you're going to do something that where you'll be doing some talking, or you'll be doing some writing or speaking, or something, or maybe connected with that. Something for which perhaps you are going to. Queen of Wands is somebody who has a lot of ambition and is able to put a lot of energy into something. So I don't know. For some of you, I feel like this is new work, perhaps, that is going to be communication oriented in this way. Potentially travel could be part of this as well. But I'm definitely feeling like, there's a lot of very, very dynamic energy about you being very charismatic, being seen, people being interested in what you have to say. Very, very strong element of that here. The other possibility for this house would be that maybe you are going to be, air can sometimes indicate a movement or a change. So if you're in a current job, maybe this means you're going to change your job. This could also be, if part of your health issues have to do something with mental health, this could also have to do with talking. And so maybe you'd be talking with a person who's like this. Maybe somebody who is, Queen of Wands is fire energy, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be, could just be somebody with a very kind of a strong and magnanimous kind of personality. That it could be somebody that you're talking to as well. So that's also possible here too, if you don't feel like this other interpretation applies. But I definitely feel like there's changes. Air is something that is not. It's a little bit more lightweight in the change factor. It's not a tower card, okay, which would be in tarot, obviously would mean like, something that could be potentially a crisis mode. This is more of a change that is more natural, which is light, which might be quick. But I definitely feel like there's this sense of movement and communication, learning to detach from certain situations, learning to stand back and be a little bit objective about something is a possibility. But I feel, I don't know. For somebody here, there may be a career. Maybe you're getting more visible on social media or on YouTube or something like that. I mean, that could be a thing. And maybe this is going to be in partnership with somebody. I don't know. But take it as it resonates here. But that's definitely a message that's coming through. Otherwise, I would just say that this could be, for some of you, this could just be talking through something, and whether or not this is you or somebody else. I feel like this might be managing your worries in that kind of a way, like maybe talking it out with somebody or something. But I don't know. Overall, I feel like this is a pattern of somebody who is about to be very, very heavily recognized for something, like some big change is coming. So anyway, take that as it resonates. 7th house, Libra energy, marriages, business partnerships. Can have to do with contracts, like anything that is legal in nature, relationships that are legal in nature. Okay, and we have water with the Knight of Cups. So, okay, back down here, if you are looking for love, if you are looking for long-term stable love, the fact that we have Horus with the 2 of Cups, and then we have this here. This is invitations. I mean, whether you're making the invitation or somebody else's, I mean, Knight of Cups is an invitation to love. Water is about movement or change. It's definitely about emotion. So some of people, if you are looking for maybe is a dating relationship to become a marriage, it does seem like, I don't know, there's going to be movement and change. It looks like there's going to be invitations. So I don't know. I mean, water to me is not really a permanent card, but nonetheless, there could be something flowing in the direction of a long-term relationship. Or at least you might just be moving in direction of dating or something like that. If you are married, this might be pointing to some shifts and changes in a relationship situation. Again, there could be a situation where there's some kind of opportunities or invites to do something. Maybe you and your spouse doing something together if you're married. I don't know, but there's a strong emotional component here. So it could well be that maybe you're going to be wanting to take some time to try to deal more with the emotional side of your relationship, especially if there has been any kind of isolation like we're seeing down here. If there's been a situation like that, maybe there's going to be some kind of an invitation or opportunity to reconnect a little bit more on the emotional level. Okay. 8th house, Scorpio energy, transformation. So endings and beginnings. It can also have to do with joint finances, other people's money. And, okay, we have Scarab with the 7 of Swords. So, major transformation alert, okay? Scarab comes up when a major transformation is coming in, and a new beginning. So, without question, you are moving into a new space. I mean, the fact that we have death over here in the 3rd house, I think there's some aspect of your life that is changing and going away right now. With the 7 of Swords, though, I feel like there's a sense here. This is somebody who's not being above board. 7 of Swords can indicate a situation that's going on that is either somebody who's a saboteur or somebody who is just somebody maybe who just is watching or is kind of in the background. I feel like, but I feel more like it's okay. So this could be an external person. This can also be yourself, because a lot of times we sabotage ourselves in situations, okay? So it could be that there is a new beginning in the offing. Remember, right here, we're showing you feeling, full of possibilities, but maybe also somewhat vulnerable. And, it may be saying, look, this is a time for a change. Don't sabotage yourself. That's more what I feel like this means. I feel like that's what this pairing is about. But it is possible, too, that there's a situation where you don't have all the information or somebody has not been above board. So if you feel like, if that's a feeling or an intuition you've had about a situation, definitely look into it, because I feel like there may be a situation here where you need to get all of the facts on something. Maybe somebody hasn't been above board with regard to something. It's interesting. Okay, 9th house, Sagittarius energy. Sag has to do with expansion, long distance travel, higher education, furthering your education, or philosophy, religion, spirituality, belief. All these things that have to do with deeper questions and expansion of just what's beyond the mundane, or thinking about things in new ways. It's Jupiter energy. So Sagittarius energy is definitely very expansive. And okay, so we have fire with judgment here. So judgment, it comes up when we are awakening to something. So yeah, there's our expansion. It's either maybe it's something we've learned. Maybe for some people, maybe it does have to do with a long journey. Maybe there's a decision that's going to be made in connection with that. Judgment also in this house, sometimes the 9th house has to do with legal matters. And we do also have crook and flail down here. So it is possible that for some people, a legal matter is what's at stake here. I don't know if this has to do with well, this is interesting, because this is the areas also of writing, publishing, and communication. So I don't know if that applies for somebody, if there's some kind of a legal contract or something that's going to be finalized. But this could also just be a situation where, I don't know, you could be having a spiritual awakening when judgment comes up. You could be having just something that you're learning or that you're waking up to. Maybe it's what you feel has been hidden from you over here. I don't know. There's a waking up to something, and fire would indicate, having the inspiration to deal with whatever this is. This could be something that inspires you to a new direction. It also can inspire you to get rid of what you need to get rid of, what no longer is working in your life, and what needs to be quote unquote burned up and gotten rid of. But fire it can burn brightly and inspire us, and it can also be about purging something out, or that we don't need anymore. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's some decisions that are being made here, and some of this might be legal in nature, but does not have to be. Okay, 10th house, Capricorn energy. Capricorn is about career, fame, reputation. Can also be about the father. Those are all the elements of this house. Legacy, in the sense of what you want to leave to this world. Okay, so we have Anubis with the 6 of Wands. So 6 of Wands again. This is like the third or fourth card of leadership, of being seen, of being recognized, popular, liked. There's definitely the idea of success or another accomplishment or another triumph here. This might be connected with the journey, because we do have Anubis here. But there's also the sense here that there's a need for protection, or maybe you feel a need for protection, or at least for diplomacy in a particular situation. I should note 7 of Swords can also be on the better aspect of the card, could also be about needing diplomacy and managing a situation. So I don't know. Maybe there's something you're negotiating in your career, and there does seem to be the sense that whatever you're negotiating is going to be successful. Certainly, I feel like if there's been any kind of difficulty with your career, which I don't know, again, we have this energy down here of this Queen of Wands and Air. It doesn't matter what your gender is. I mean, the Queen can be for a male or a female, but there definitely does seem to be this energy of, there's definitely this energy of protection, of being able to navigate something, to have a sense of humor, to not take things too seriously, to know how to be friendly and speak in a way that maybe is not as direct, but definitely helps smooth ruffled feathers is what I'm trying to say. And then, yeah, I just feel like between that and the Queen of Wands here, something with regard to your career, you're going to definitely be in some kind of an element of a leadership position, or some kind of an accomplishment here. And with air here and Anubis here, yeah, I feel like there may be some kind of travel connected with this as well. Okay, 12th house, Aquarius energy. Aquarius is about career, I'm sorry, that was the 10th house. This has to do with friendships. It has to do with your networks, social networks, business networks. It can have to do with your hopes and wishes, your goals, and also what you're trying to manifest. Okay, so we have Hathor with the Lovers. Are some of you trying to manifest a relationship with somebody? That could well be the case. Lovers is, of course, your own energy. This is Gemini energy. That just jumped into my head. I don't necessarily always interpret these two cards together. We do have number 6 here, and this is card number 6, so I don't know if the number 6 is important here. Let me just look down here to see if we have that 6 energy elsewhere. I don't see it down here particularly, but we do see it up here. This could be a friend that you are... This could be a female friend of significance or somebody in your networks, and maybe you are trying to make decisions about this person, or maybe there is a decision about love in particular. But it does feel to me like there's some female energy here in your friend group, or this could be a female who is going to be able to facilitate the gaining of your hopes and wishes, or move you in that direction. Now, this energy I feel like Hathor has a strong earth energy. Usually I associate Hathor with either Taurus or Virgo, but does not have to be. And yeah, there's either this sense of getting into a relationship with somebody, because we do have this relationship card directly across, actually. The 5th house and the 11th house oppose each other. And so, and the fact that you've got the Lovers here and the 2 of Cups here, that's what makes me inclined to think that this is about a love relationship. But it could simply be about somebody presenting you with a choice or choices that have to be made in connection with this. So take it as it resonates here, but interesting. There could be, it does strike me as a female friend or colleague of significance somehow with regard to this. 12th house. Pisces energy. Pisces is about the imagination. It's about what's hidden. It's about what we might be afraid of, what we don't show to people. If this is what we show people, this is what we don't show people. Now we've got Urias with the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, Urias here, there's definitely an element of the unexpected here. There's actually a strong element, and this is usually a very specific interpretation of these houses, but this is also a strong occult energy too. To me, this can have to do with somebody who's involved in the occult, or somebody who is doing something. And yeah, and with the 7 of Swords in the 8th house, I don't know if you are somebody. I don't generally feel like people do magical stuff to each other. Okay, I just don't. It's just not something that happens that often, unless you belong to some very specific esoteric groups. There may be people who are trying to do stuff like that, but either you're doing magic or they are. There's something here, there's just an energy here of somebody doing something kind of manipulative behind the scenes. And 8th house is another house that's connected to occult esoteric stuff. And the fact that this is showing up here, I don't know. I don't know if this is something you're doing or if you feel like this is something being done to you, but and with the 6 of Pentacles, there's this idea of give and take. I don't know if it's like you're trying to, maybe you feel you're giving too much to somebody and not getting something in return. Or maybe you feel, or this may not have anything to do with the occult at all. It could also just have to do with the idea that maybe you think that there's definitely a sense of secrecy here. Is there something going on here that I don't know about, that I feel like I need to know about? And the 6 of Pentacles is kind of this give and take kind of an energy. So yeah, or like maybe there's a generosity that maybe you feel. I feel like somebody feels like there's an imbalance there, like I've been generous and not gotten back what I'm owed or something like that. And whether that's you feeling that you haven't gotten what you're owed, or maybe you think somebody else feels that way, I don't know. But I definitely feel here like there's, you unconsciously may be feeling there's a situation where there's been an imbalance, and maybe you feel like there's something you need to be cautious about or something going on behind the scenes. Urias often comes up, though. I find that when Urias shows up, it does represent an unexpected turn that we were not predicting. And in this house, that could be just something we're afraid of. Like maybe we think we know what's going on, and then maybe we're afraid we're going to find out that we don't. And that would, again, explain the 7 of Swords, too. Like the idea that you are, maybe something's going on that I'm not seeing here. But usually this does not turn out to be the catastrophe or terrible thing that we think it is. Okay. So, yeah, there definitely seems to be this thing, either about accepting charity from somebody or maybe about what you feel is charity you've given to somebody else. Now, overall, we have Nephthys with the King of Swords. So King of Swords is definitely Gemini energy, okay? And this is definitely kind of that cool, detached, kind of authoritative energy. I feel like this is a time, yeah, we have Judgment up here, so maybe there's this thing about making decisions about something. And we have it with Nephthys. So again, I feel like there's something going on, Gemini. Maybe you feel like you've been hurt. Maybe you've been away. Maybe you've been isolated from a particular situation. Maybe this is a love that you have for somebody, or maybe that you feel somebody has for you, or maybe other people have this for you. But there's this kind of, yeah, this 8th, 12th house that there's this, I don't know, and then with this, there's like this idea that you don't know, or maybe you feel like somebody's doing something behind the scenes, and even if we're not talking about magic and the occult, we could just be talking about the idea that, I don't know, maybe somebody's just doing something or saying something, and we need to know about this because maybe it's affecting certain decisions that we're making, or maybe we're feeling it's going to affect our reputation or something. I don't know. But there's definitely a sense here that you don't have all the facts right now. Nephthys is kind of indicating you're waiting and seeing, maybe relying more on intuition right now than on things that you actually see. And I think you would like some clarity on these situations. You want to be able to see directly what's going on here. So there's some situation here where you, okay, death. I just looked at the death card again, and literally what jumped in my head was the end of a communication. So maybe there's somebody who you've been communicating with, maybe somebody who you have a legal relationship with, and this person's not been communicating with you. And so maybe there's a sense of trying to see what's what here. I don't know. There definitely, I feel like whether you are the person who is acting behind the scenes, or whether you feel somebody else is doing that to you, there definitely, I feel like there's more to be learned about a particular situation, and you are definitely seeking clarity. But yeah, I do feel like you're at a point right now where you are trying to maybe you have had some difficult losses in the recent past, and now you are trying to come around again. But maybe you're not. Maybe you're coming out of your shell after being away, but now you're trying to figure out, like, okay, where am I? What's going on? And maybe about what's maybe going on with certain people or certain situations. Might have to do with love, or it may just have to do with a business relationship. But yeah, interesting vibe to this reading. Not something that I would normally. So I do feel like this reading may be aimed. It may be like the cards are aiming it at a particular person watching this, but there's definitely this strong sense here. So I don't know. Take what resonates and leave the rest of this one, obviously, for you, Gemini. So here is your essential oil card. You have the centering card, and the key word up here is align. And let me read this to you. The trigger statement is, I feel conflicted. The true statement is, I am true to my highest self. Your focus needs to turn within to reflect on stories that are not true for you. Love is the way through. Okay, so yeah, some of this here may just be you not having confidence in yourself. Maybe you're feeling like you are, maybe you're somebody who's always been very visible and seen. Maybe there's a situation where you feel like you're not. So maybe, I don't know. There's some situation where you want to get clarity, but I think I don't know, you're either maybe going about it in a way that's not very direct, or maybe you feel that somebody else is doing something that's not very direct. But this just says to me, don't turn within. Okay, basically turn within to look for where the truth is. Listen to your own instincts. Don't listen to maybe what other people are telling you, or gossip or anything like that. Like, turn within to get what the truth is, because ultimately clarity is going to come from within. So I hope this makes sense for you, Gemini. This was a really strange reading this week, but thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to receive these videos. I will also mention, if you're a Gemini and you feel like this one just seems weirdly specific to somebody this week, I feel like I need to say this. If you know what your rising sign or your moon sign is, maybe you want to check out that reading this week if this one feels like, I don't know why I feel like this, and I don't know who it's for, to be honest with you, but I feel like this may be really geared towards a particular person. So if you don't feel like this is you, you might want to cross watch on one of those. I have a feeling that that one might end up being more in tune with you, for whatever your rising sign is or for whatever your moon sign is. So yeah, I just feel like I have to say that because I feel like there's just something about this that feels just oddly specific. So anyway, thank you once again. Have a great rest of your May, and I'll see you again in June.